we today? Throughout history, societies and species have faced natural mechanisms that regulate growth, limits imposed by environment, resources, and social structures. But what if there's an unseen, collective force, a kind of unconscious mechanism, something that influences population dynamics on a species-wide scale? Could we, like the mice in Calhoun's universe, reach a point where our own reproductive drive diminishes, signaling a deeper, perhaps instinctual response to societal or environmental stress? In tribal and traditional societies, population size was often kept in check by tangible factors. Normal food supply, no fast food chains or all-you-can-eat buffets. Labor demands were normal. They weren't couch potatoes, among other factors. A lifestyle that we would perceive as scarcity and hardship naturally limited reproduction, maintaining balance within the ecosystem. But these are external checks. What about internal or extrasensory factors? Might there be collectively unconscious mechanisms at play beneath the surface or beyond our current understanding? Dabble long enough in certain academic fields and you'll eventually come across theories proposing that groups or species possess a collective unconscious set point. More on that if demand requests it. But perhaps then there could be some kind of collective mechanism that, once certain thresholds are crossed, triggers behaviors or physiological responses to curb population growth, even though the system itself still has the space and resources to support a higher population. Some hypothesize that there could be an innate, subconscious trigger, not just a biological deciding factor, manifesting as, for example, increased homosexuality or social withdrawal, something that acts as a population stabilizer. While these ideas border on speculative, which I'm fine with, being a speculative fiction writer, they do suggest an intriguing possibility that entire species might have evolved responses beneath and beyond conscious awareness to not only pass along learning, but to regulate their numbers in times of environmental or social stress. This could speak to a level of hope, I guess. There might be a kind of hypersexuality drive that might kick in once a population numbers reach a low point. But let's stay on the current situation and the rise of the beautiful ones. Calhoun's experiments with mice showed that once overcrowded, populations ceased reproductive behaviors, focusing instead on grooming and social withdrawal. Those Calhoun termed the beautiful ones. The last generation simply died out, an extinction driven by internal behavioral collapse. Could humans be susceptible to similar mechanisms? Have we broken through a population ceiling, beyond which our collective subconscious has now begun triggering a suppression of reproduction and social engagement? Maybe. Some experts warn that social disconnection, environmental exhaustion, and psychological stress are triggering a decline, an involuntary response to overreach, akin to what Calhoun's mice experienced. Welcome to Universe 26. If such mechanisms exist, whether biological, psychological, or social, it underscores the importance of consciously fostering connection, purpose, and sustainability. We must ask, are we paying attention to the subtle signs around us? Understanding and respecting natural limits, while actively creating environments of hope and growth, it might help us stave off a self-fulfilling decline. The idea of an unconscious, species-wide mechanism regulating population, it invites reflection on our place in the natural order. Are we heading toward a point where we all cease to engage with others? Not just physically, in the sense of reproduction, but socially and psychologically preparing the next generation. The choice is ours, to heed nature's signals or to ignore them at our peril. By cultivating awareness, purpose, and connections, we might be able to steer toward a future where life continues, not out of compulsion, but out of conscious intention. My friends, what are your thoughts on this issue? I would love to know in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and you can ring the little bell for notification. These little things mean a lot to a growing channel. Until next time, so long from the channel at the end of the universe.